Hello and welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. I'm Teresa and I'm coming to you with a reading for my Libra friends. So hello, and I am glad that you're here. I have already pre-shuffled our decks. I've got a tarot deck set out and several oracles. And I also did, this morning I did a pendulum word of the day for you, my Libra friends, and the word that you got was neutrality. Neutrality. So you may already know what this means to you and why this might be resonating with you at this time, or perhaps the cards will spell that out for us, or it might come to you over the course of the week. I'm doing this reading for the week of August 26th through September 1st. And your tarot deck, we're going to use this word as our touchstone for your reading here. And the tarot deck that we are using for you is the Penumbra Tarot. And this is by Ethany. And these cards are just... I've never read with these ones before. They're just super gorgeous. I saw them and I just had to have them. So anyway, we will be doing our reading with them, and we'll go ahead and get started. I've pulled 7 cards for the week of like 1 card per day. It may work out that they align by day, or maybe they will just tell a story of over the course of the week of the energy that you're feeling right now. So we'll go ahead and jump in. The first card that we've got for you is the 3 of Pentacles. This is a card that has come up in a couple of the other readings as well. This has the energy of collaboration. This is about doing some work, putting in some skill and developing some talents. And that might be something that you are working on this week, that you are putting in some time on some kind of a creative or work project that involves some collaboration with other people. It also involves consulting experts to make sure that you are utilizing as much knowledge as you can in whatever it is that you're working on, or you might be the expert who is helping others. So 3 of Pentacles is how your reading starts off for the week. I just have to show you these card backs. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. Anyway, okay. The next card that we have for you is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment, of contentment, of peace, abundance, having the things that you long for and that you need. This can be a sense of abundance in your emotional peace and happiness, or it can be just that the fact that your wishes have been fulfilled. So it's a great card to start off your reading as well. The next card and you need it, because the next card is the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is a card of choices and decision. So we can see that this person is holding these 2 swords representing their divergent paths. So these paths are mutually exclusive. They can't take both of them. They have to take one. They have to make a choice. And they have this blindfold on, which is representing their reluctance to make that choice. They don't want to make that decision, either because sometimes we don't want to make a decision because saying yes to one means saying no to the other, and we don't want to say no to that one. Or maybe they're both 2 really great choices and it's hard to choose, or maybe neither one of them feels great. but you know you have to choose one of them. So it's time to take off the blindfold and make the choice. That's what this card represents. And then, but you're going to get help from the universe because your next card is the card of strength. This is a very Leo card, and they've depicted strength in a very Leo way. And so strength is normally depicted as a woman feeding a lion. She's literally got her hand in the mouth of a lion. And the lion represents her own thoughts that she has to tame every single day. And this person also has to be tough every day. They've got to be tough every day to get through their day-to-day life. And they have built this persona around themselves in order to show the world that they're strong. And they live in that persona. They embody it every day so that they can continue to exercise strength. And so that is being given to you by the universe so that you can make this choice. Also, so that you can deal with the changes that are coming up. You get the Death and Rebirth card next. The Death card doesn't necessarily represent an actual death of somebody, although it can. It usually just represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. Every, was it Supersonic, their song, Closing Time? Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So, ends and beginnings go hand in hand. So when you see an end coming, it might be sad, it might be stressful, or worrisome, but you know that this too shall pass, and a new beginning is right around the corner. And that new beginning will soon be revealed. You get the Moon card next, and the Moon card is about things being hidden, mysterious, kind of held in reserve, maybe a little bit distant. The truth is somewhere there, and sometimes it's on the other side of the moon, and you just have to wait for it to be revealed, but it will be revealed. So things will be illuminated, things will come to light, but right now it might still be a mystery. But when it is brought to light, you've got the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands represents that exciting new beginning. So the new beginning is coming. The Death card promised it. The new beginning is coming, and this is something creative, something exciting, something involving action, and it's something that you are going to be passionate about. So that is the way your week wraps up. I'll get a clarifying tarot card, just one, to kind of wrap up your whole week into one card. And we'll see what we get here. Okay, we get the Hierophant. One of the other signs got this too. Get the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about established wisdom. So as you're going through this week, there are some definite phases. It looks like things sort of build upon each other, and one thing leads into another. And all of that comes with established wisdom. There's knowledge out there about how these things, about how collaboration works and within a team, and how making choices sometimes requires some mental strength, and how endings bring about new beginnings. So you can follow that established wisdom. You can look to the knowledge that has already been written on all of these topics, and follow the prescribed path. The Hierophant is about, kind of staying within those guidelines. It represents the church or spirituality or the government, any kind of an authority in your life. And you might be your only authority, but if that's the case, follow what your dictates are. So, all right, so those are your tarot cards for the week. Let's look at some oracle cards as well. The first oracle that we're going to look at is from the Personal Predictions Oracle by Trish James, and the card that you get is Overworked and Unappreciated. I mean, how many of us feel this way? This is kind of a condition of the times these days. If you work in corporate America at all, or the restaurant industry, or as any service industry, you may be feeling overworked and unappreciated. So that might be something that you are feeling this week or experiencing. And if that is the case, then if you go back to your tarot cards, you can look at, you can collaborate with other people. You can ask other people for their advice. You can make a tough decision. Do you need to make a decision about leaving this job or delegating something to somebody else? The answers to this problem are usually a lot closer than we think they are. They're just not choices that we want to make. We don't like to ask for help. We don't like to express our dissatisfaction. But that's what the answer is. So, okay. Next oracle that we have for you is also from a Trish James oracle. This is the Connection Oracle. And this deck is designed to help people get in touch with their mediumship capabilities. All of us have a little tiny bit of it in there. We might not be, seeing and talking to dead people or anything, but we sometimes get those hints. We might get those hints of a feeling. And this deck is designed to help people sort of get in tune with that. So the card that you get might resonate with you. You might be like, oh, that I was thinking about so and so on the other side, so maybe this will resonate. The card that you get is Harmony. See both sides. That kind of goes with your neutrality word of the week. And the medium message is kidney issues. So what you might be, this image may remind you of somebody who has passed away, or the idea of harmony might be a concept that you talked about with somebody who recently passed, or somebody who means a lot to you who passed away a long time ago. The kidney issues, if you are getting this message at all, somebody on the other side is either telling you, pay attention to those kidney issues that you're experiencing, or maybe, I passed away from these kidney issues. You don't know how I passed away, but it was because of this. Or it could be a message that somebody else in your life needs to address their kidney issues, and your spirit guide on the other side, your ancestor or loved one, is trying to bring that message forth to you. But then the other message too is see both sides. That can be either your person on the other side is saying they see both sides of the issue, they see both sides of mortality, or it's a directive to you to try to see both sides of an issue that you're working on. So take it however it resonates. It's maybe it fits with somebody you know. Okay, next oracle that we have is from the Oracle of Mythic Heroes. This is not my style of a deck at all. I normally would not pick this up and buy it, but I have been thinking lately, because of everything that is going on in the world, and especially in our country, that we need to be our own hero. Nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. And so I wanted to have a deck that had that kind of sensibility of a hero, and this is the one that I chose. So the card that you get is Pegasus. Pegasus. Now, I kind of missed all of these mythical gods and goddesses and creatures and so forth when I went through school. I, was never really into it, but I read through the book when I got the deck, and Pegasus was beloved by everybody, had no enemies, none whatsoever. Pegasus was born out of the ocean from the foam of Poseidon, the sea foam of Poseidon, and the, what's her name? The blood of somebody else. Let me see. Look it up. 37. See, I mean, I cannot keep this stuff straight because it's not like real in my head. So I have a hard time retaining it because I'm like, yeah, that didn't happen. So I don't need to retain that information. From Medusa. The blood of Medusa and the that sprayed from her neck at the moment of her death, and the foam of Poseidon. That's what made Pegasus. And Pegasus, even though he could fly, he wanted nothing more than to serve humanity by carrying them when they needed him. And so his whole thing is wanting to be an assistant. And he was beloved by everybody. There wasn't anybody who he ever angered or made mad or anything. And so when Pegasus comes into your reading, it's an auspicious omen that you can overcome any type of challenge with the help and care you receive from your environment and those around you, especially when you're at the beginning stage of creating something. If the new moon is a symbol of new beginnings and planting, Pegasus is the divine water and sunshine that will facilitate the growth of your seeds. Let's see here. The type of assistance that Pegasus can provide to you in your life is unlimited, but you have to ask for it. You got to ask for it. And it says, Pegasus won't offer you aid unless you let the people around you know what you need and want. He encourages us to be a part of the community, to become a valued part of the community so that people do want to help you. And you're surrounded by like-minded people who see and appreciate your values, your talents, and your gifts, and then to humbly ask them for their support and help when you need it, to be there for them when they need it. So that is the message of Pegasus. So look around your life this week and think about, where is it that I need to ask for help? And how can I trust that it will come my way when I need it most? Then the final oracle that we have for you is from the Dreamweaver's Oracle. And the card that you get is When the Birds Sing Gratitude. See, a cute little birdie there singing gratitude. The number is 31. And the message on this card, the keywords are gratitude as the essential power of manifestation, the law of praise, and saying thanks in advance for goodness. Right now, you're being reminded of the quickening power of the law of praise. Saying thank you before actually receiving those good things you desire in life is a magical, sacred act. You may have been taught to say grace over your food, blessing it and giving thanks for nourishing your body. Most people know to say thank you after receiving something, expressing gratitude for what they have already. This is a conditional gratitude. You need the result to be there and complete before you feel it. The true manifesting power of gratitude is the declaration in advance of your needs being met. You do not need to rely on anything being in the outer world before you express appreciation for it. Saying thank you is the abracadabra of life. It calls beauty and grace to you, reminding you of your humility. As part of life, you are a grain of sand on a beach, blessed to live this brief time on earth. Gratitude is the key to your question right now. Can you be thankful for whatever happens? Can you show appreciation for the highest good of all and not just for yourself? Can you see this adventure called life through the eyes of gratitude, humility, and kindness? So be thankful for everything. Recognize the sacredness in all things. Praise what you see and what you don't see yet. Miracles are waiting for you to call them into life. And with that, I will thank you for joining me. I am grateful for you, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Be well.